Thank you so much for watching. Today we're looking at the Arrma Kraton EXB. Arrma has been releasing some EXB vehicles right now. This Arrma Kraton was the first one to get the EXB treatment. Right now they have also launched the Mojave. And this is the box. We're just going to have a brief look at the box because I don't think that the box does the vehicle any justice. It does show you some close-ups of some of the parts that have been upgraded. If you were to compare this to a regular Arrma Kraton. Now this EXB, this is the version that leaves nothing to desire, to put it like that. So if you would have a regular Arrma Kraton, you would upgrade absolutely everything. So you would go for like high spec aluminum shock towers, that spine part, aluminum chassis braces. You want to have everything like top notch, the best shocks. Then you would end up having a vehicle that looks exactly like this. If you then factor in that most people don't like, for example, servos that come stock, don't like ESCs that come stock, all that stuff basically gets changed out over time. Radio gets changed out, and you are basically left with a roller. So that's also what they deliver over here. The EXB is an extremely spec'd, super high quality roller that in my book doesn't leave a lot to be desired. So that's basically what you're looking at over here. This is the ultimate roller. This is, well, the vehicle of your preference in the making, because you just add your own radio gear, your own receiver radio, then your own ESC motor, your own steering servo of your preference, and you have a car that is really as high spec as they come. Now this is 7075 aluminum. That's not something that they can just throw out there. The 7075 aluminum is actually an aircraft grade aluminum, so it has a super high density, high tensile strength, high yielding strength, you name it, completely different corrosion specifics than, for example, a 2000 grade aluminum. And in that it also is very promising in the strength that it offers. Now, I know that it sounds all really nerdy, but seeing that that's included, that is actually what is speccing this car together, I think makes it a really promising vehicle. It looks mega dope. I'm not even gonna pretend I'm not blown away by this body, because I am. This is as detailed as you will ever find a ready-to-run body on a Basher vehicle. So it has some flat detail, then it has some gloss detail. There's EXB logos plastered over the entire body. They do, of course, want to steer you a tiny bit in a certain direction when choosing your radio gear and your ESC by putting a BLX, that's then Arrma's stock ESC and motor range. Putting a BLX logo on at the front and also putting a Spectrum logo on the side. So hopefully, I think according to Horizon, you will be running a Spectrum radio. I, however, won't be doing it on mine. I will be choosing my high-tech Lynx 4S, just because that radio has really treated me well. There's a ton of cool detail going on in the back as well. You can see that there's these louvres, and then it says don't just bash, blast. It also says that on the bottom of the chassis, which you may have seen some pictures of already. This is really a jaw dropper, if you ask me. Then D-boots, that's to indicate that there's these copperhead tires already installed on the vehicle, and I think that this body looks basically too good to actually go bashing with. So I might actually just put this one to the side and paint up a different body shell in order to take that one out, beat the snot out of that, and then when it needs to look pretty on the shelf, I will actually put this stock Arrma Kraton EXB body on the vehicle. Now these body clips, they're tethered. Also on the inside you can see that there's a reinforcement going on where it needs to be. So in the roof section, also on the bottom sections of the body, and then of course around the body posts. So these tethered thingies, so these tethered body clips actually make sure that when you are bashing somewhere and you take the body clips out, you don't have to like dig around with magnets or whatnot. They will actually stay attached to the body, and you don't have to go looking for them, crawling around in your bash spot to make sure that you can actually put the body on there again. This is a pure Christmas, isn't it? Just look at the way that this is set up and the way that it is finished. I don't think that the camera will do it justice, but I will try to get some close-ups so you can have a bit of a better look and hopefully see the amount of quality and the amount of think work that is going on over here. This is, they call this a high downforce rear wing. I do see people snapping them off on really ugly landings. So that's when those wing mounts get come undone. But of course, seeing that it is such a large, aggressive wing, that's really not that surprising, I think. Shock towers are super thick, well, 70-75 aluminum in an anodized red color. Also this spine piece that ties the front bulkhead to the rear bulkhead to provide that extra rigidity in the length of this chassis. Also red anodized along with these chassis braces that again are done up in 70-75 aluminum. Really, really cool. A servo cradle is also installed in aluminum, so just install the servo of your choice and you're good to go. And you will also see that tying together the bell cranks of the steering is a piece of black aluminum. Again, plastered with the EXB logos. They really leave no doubt that you're dealing with a really upgraded vehicle here that is spec'd basically out of this world high. The shocks, aluminum bodied, aluminum cap, aluminum adjustment rings, booted shocks. So completely protected and sealed off from any type of unwanted environmental strain that you will put on there while you bash this in well, whatever condition you want basically, because also the radio box is completely sealed off. There's a really nice battery box with 2 straps and also a tuck away area for your balancing wire. That was the one that I was looking for. Really big, chunky aluminum motor mount with plenty of room to actually install a motor of your choice and an ESC of your choice. So you will see here in the front is that ESC cradle, again revealing some EXB logos. They have done an exceptional job in detailing this throughout every single part of not just the chassis but also the body and the wheels and the tires and the bumpers, you name it. Bumper is seems a bit rigid, but then when upon a closer inspection this will, I think, really do well. The A-arms as well, really long, really tough looking. Plastic quality looks great front and back. And then above those A-arms you will see that you have some really thick universals going towards those wheels. Nice looking tires. I will most likely be changing them out for something that is belted and also something that might be a bit more durable in case I want to run it on tarmac occasionally, do some bashing there. I got some really cool options. I think it's nice to kind of dive into what the 8 scale bash world has to offer, and I think that there's no better vehicle at the moment available than this Arrma Kraton EXB. Just seeing that it is spec'd the way it is spec'd, it offers a fantastic base to do some customization and to really have some fun with it this fall and winter. There's a sway bar installed in the front and also in the rear, so don't look past that because there's really a ton of engineering going on as well. Apart from this all looking great, if you would take the wheels off in the front, you will also find that there's some pillow ball suspension. So in case you want to maintain that or have a closer look at it, you just take the wheels off and you have full access to all of that. If you want to tune the shocks, they did provide some different shock pistons as well, along with this manual and all of your warranty stuff that I will just toss in the drawer somewhere. But if you want to play around with the shocks a bit and see what you can do to tune it and to set it up more to your liking, all of that stuff is actually included, along with some basic tools, and also a pinion is already included. So install your motor, your ESC, your receiver and a servo, and you're all good to go. I can't believe the amount of quality parts and also the amount of, I think, pretty good humor going on in this chassis. So you see wrench, bash, repeat. I'm not sure if the camera will actually pick that up. And then also on the bottom where it doesn't just say don't just bash, blast. It also says if you can read this, just send it. So there's some funny stuff going on over there. It's an incredibly pretty vehicle. It's really nicely finished. It is a great base to start some customization. It's a great base to add all of the electronics of your liking. Turn it into something that is really top spec'd and will really hold up to a lot of abuse. I do know that some people have some problems with the rear diff, with the shimming or with the LSD plates. That's not drugs, in case your mom's watching as well. And that's actually a limited slip differential. So I did order some of those plates just so I could take my rear diff apart, have a look at it before I start bashing it. That way we will also be able to have a look at some of the gears, because these are like helical type of gears. All metal, I think really interesting to have a closer look at it. Fill that up again, top it up, put it back together, and then start installing those electronics. We will do that actually in the next video. I'm really giddy to get this going. Can't believe how nice this body looks. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the box below. We'll try to get back to you. If you have any more info needs about this Arrma Kraton EXB, go have a look in the video description box. We'll make sure that there's a link over there to this Arrma Kraton EXB, where you can check it out in some greater detail. I hope this video was helpful. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. It's free. If you are subscribed, hit the bell. And again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, bye-bye.
Back on.